JuJu Smith-Schuster has already made a lot of comments about going to other teams than the Pittsburgh Steelers in free agency, and they really don't have the cap space for him. So I'm going to be explaining to you guys why I think JuJu Smith-Schuster is not a good free agent to target and really should not be getting the money that he thinks he deserves. It seems painfully obvious that he doesn't want to be a Steeler anymore, with him joking on multiple live streams about him signing with the Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. And if he genuinely wanted to be a Steeler, he wouldn't be joking about joining other teams. And if I was the Steelers or any other team, I would not risk signing JuJu Smith-Schuster unless I could get an extremely good deal, but he wants high-paid money, which he just isn't worth. And let me explain my thinking here. It's not that he's not a good wide receiver, he's a great wide receiver, but he's not a true number one wide receiver, and he wants to be paid like he is. He hasn't had a 100-yard receiving game since Antonio Brown left Pittsburgh. Think about that. That's ridiculous. You think you're a number one wide receiver and you haven't gotten a 100-yard game in 2 years? Now you can put your own spin on this. You could say, well, he didn't have the greatest quarterback play, and I can agree with that. But he also is clearly not open if he hasn't had a single 100-yard game since Antonio Brown left the Steelers. He also averages less than 50 yards per game, and since AB, he went from 1,400 yards with AB to 500 and 700 without AB. It seems like he can't handle number one coverage. There's just too much inconsistent play, and it almost seems like he's less focused on the field and more on social media, and I'll explain that in a minute. But that's not the only problem I have, and in fact, that's not even the biggest problem I have with JuJu Smith-Schuster. My biggest problem with JuJu is his social media. And now understand, I totally respect that he's trying to build another income, and he has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which, being a YouTuber myself, I totally respect that and see how insane that is to get 1 million subscribers. But going as far as just disrespecting other teams, and maybe even to some degree your own team for social media, is just not right. It's going a little far, dancing on opposing teams' logos. I know you say it's just JuJu being JuJu, but it really is disrespectful to the players, and you can see it directly translates to the field, and I can prove that. This is what Bengals safety Vonn Bell thought about JuJu Smith-Schuster dancing on the logo and then posting it right before the game. His exact words were, "We need to go out there between the lines and hit him and let him know where he stands." And boy did he hit him. After a short slant pass to the right, Vonn Bell came screaming up from the safety position and hit him so hard at the line of scrimmage that he fumbled, which was recovered and returned for 15 yards. And this isn't the only beef he's had with a player in the NFL about this. He's had multiple online arguments with other players like Javon Kinlaw and Denzel Ward. And if you don't think this is a big deal, that's fine, I get it, I understand. But it definitely gives players a lot of drive to put a target on his back. And the other thing that really stood out to me is right before Wild Card Weekend, he went and trash-talked a team that just beat the Steelers the week before. He said the Browns are the same old Browns. And this is a complete insult. Obviously, he's going back to the days when they were 0-16 and they were just horrible. He was completely disregarding them and acting like they weren't even a challenge in this playoff game. Well, that also backfired, with the Steelers completely getting dismantled by the Browns and losing 48-37. My whole point here is that he has way too much ego. And in some aspects, he even reminds me of AB. Now, I know he's not that bad, but he seems to be going down that path. He's disrespecting other teams by dancing on their logo and trash-talking a team that completely dismantled his team the next week. And it's all for views on social media and getting more attention online. And then going and joking online about how he wants to leave the Steelers and go join specifically the Colts and Los Angeles Chargers just to get views seems super disrespectful to his own team as well. I think if he's going to get the money that he wants, he's going to have to go sign with a team on a cheap deal and then prove himself on the field and show that he can put up another 1,000-yard season, and show that he can be a respectful teammate. He's not all about his own brand, and he is a team player. I don't know if I trust a wide receiver that went from 1,400 yards in a Madden cover to down to 500 yards and seeming like he should be a third wide receiver. JuJu has said he wants to be paid properly. In his exact words, he wants to be paid well for what he does for his team. I'm guessing JuJu is thinking he's going to get around 15 or 20 million a year, like a premier receiver like Amari Cooper, but I really don't think he deserves this, and I think he's going to have to settle for something around 8 to 10 million in the end. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on JuJu Smith-Schuster. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment below on him dancing on the team logos, how much he should get paid, and if he's even a good teammate. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the like for the YouTube algorithm, and I will catch you guys in the next upload. Until next time.